Hi everyone, thanks for dropping in. So this is going to be a weekly love reading for the signs, the air signs of Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. I had to write all of this down because I'm feeling kind of weird today. So it's going to be a chunky reading. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get an oracle card just for the general energy. We will do tarot cards, past, present, future, with clarifications, messages from your person, letters, outcome and advice, and a final blessing. So I had to write it down. So they're pretty chunky readings. So before we get into our readings, always remember tarot, in my view, is prescriptive. It's a little predictive, but it's mostly prescriptive. So for example, if you get an outcome that you're not happy with, or there's a part that doesn't resonate, that doesn't mean it's set in stone. It means it's a possibility, because we have free will, and in this big machine of life, there are all these cogs, right? So someone can make a decision, or something can happen here that changes the outcome. So, but you also have all of these other factors that play into it. So just be very open-minded. If it doesn't resonate, drop it. It's not yours. You can also check your other, like your rising sign, your moon, your Venus, things like that. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So we're going to clear out energy using sound. So you may want to turn your volume down just a bit because it may be kind of loud. And I want you to do is just to relax, feel connected to this video. That way we are definitely picking up on each other's energy. And it doesn't matter when you see this, because there is no past, present, future. Everything is now. And of course, there will be a date on this, but I want you to consider this timeless. It is meant for you when you see it. All right, we just do the dates to sometimes keep track of which ones we've seen. And the other thing I do, I have a few tarot readers that I really, really love, like Lumiere, Esotarot, Kino Tarot. If you haven't seen them, check them out. But anyway, I like their videos after I watch them, so I know I've already seen that particular one. All right, so anyway, take a deep breath, relax. Ready? All right, so feeling a little bit more grounded. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to get the gist. What is the general vibe of this reading? And this first one is for Libra. Okay, so what is our general vibe for Libra in love this week? Okay, we get action. So it says, action. Now is the perfect time to act. Take inspired action towards your dreams. Move forward with confidence. So beautiful card. You may want to screenshot it. Okay. So let's get some tarot to clarify action. So what do we need to know about action? And we're going to look at recent, past, present, and near future energy. I live near a busy street, so you may occasionally hear vehicles zooming by. So what do we need to do? Oh, also the other thing, I'm not going to read reversals on this particular deck. Okay, for your recent past, we get the Hierophant. Current energy, we get Death. Future energy, we get the Empress. Some really nice energy here. We're going to clarify. Okay, Hierophant is clarified by Six of Cups. Death is clarified by Nine of Swords. Empress is clarified by Queen of Cups. So this is some really nice, beautiful energy. I feel like in the past, the recent past, there is a lesson that you needed to learn about love. And in this particular card, we see a book with a key. And I feel like this lesson was key for you to be able to connect with your person, to really understand where they were coming from. The other thing is, I believe that in this lesson, you also were able to discover that this person is either a soulmate, could be a twin flame. I don't see it coming up in the reading, but definitely this is a relationship that was brought to you by the divine. It's divinely protected, and there may be divine timing involved. I do feel like you've known this person in a past life, and it says, I remember and treasure past happiness. And there may have been that knowing, that soul recognition when you met this person. Okay, now for the current energies, we get Death and Nine of Swords. So death is always about rebirth. Okay, so I feel like there may have been, I feel it more spiritually. I feel like you were conflicted spiritually, and there may have been some conflict. I don't see any wands showing up to confirm this, but we do have the Nine of Swords, and it says, I trust the present moment. So I do feel as if, you're in the state of rebirth, and the relationship may also be in a new state of rebirth. I just feel like there was some type of transition that took place to get you from the learning to where you are now. You had to learn in the past so that you could, and there's a butterfly here. It's all about that metamorphosis, that change that needed to happen. And you will both change at different rates. It's, always expected that one person, will advance spiritually quicker or at a different time than the other person. But I do feel like you're both going through this. Okay. And also, I do feel like there's a feeling of trust that needed to be earned, that needed to be gained in this situation. And I think you're feeling a lot more calm and balanced now. With the outcome, I really do like this energy. We get the Empress. I create what I choose naturally and with joy, and it's clarified by the Queen of Cups. I trust my knowing and follow my heart. And again, we have, symbolism of metamorphosis, transformation. And the Empress is the Queen of the Queens. I always see her as that amalgamation of the Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. So she's creative and loving and in tune with her emotions, and is abundant and very grounded in her energy, passionate. So she's the best of all of the queens rolled up into one. So I feel like either you or your person, whoever's in the divine feminine, is showing up like the Empress. Now we always have to keep in mind that this may be your energy, their energy, because it can flip. It's not gender specific. Okay, and then that's clarified by the Queen of Cups. I love this energy because it is that focus on love. Not only is it just the Empress, but there's even an added bonus of love, and it says, I trust my knowing and follow my heart. So I do feel like you've both had to rely on your spirituality and your intuition to really move forward at this place that you are in your relationship. And with the original card, with the action card, I feel like you, your other person, or both of you are wanting to up-level the relationship, and it says take inspired action. So you're going to do it when the time is right. Okay, I don't think this is something that you plan on a calendar. I think you're knowing, like it says here with the Queen of Cups, I trust my knowing. You'll know when the time is right. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's almost like this electricity where you feel in the moment you want to declare your love or say, hey, I would really like to talk about this up leveling. And I feel like your person is going to resonate with that at the same time. Like, you know, I've been thinking the same thing too. I do feel like there's almost like a psychic connection there. I do feel a lot of mirroring of energy in this particular connection. So I want to go ahead and get some messages from your person. These are messages that this person may or may not have said to you. They are, you know, if not, these are coming from their higher self. Okay, so let's see what we get. So okay, so this one has an angel number. Oh, oh my gosh. 400. I would like a long-term relationship with you. Wow, that's what we were just talking about. So some of these have angel numbers on there. So this is just for you to, you know, put a pin in that. So you may see the number 400 or 4 o'clock. 400 on a phone number, on a license plate, and that will be your confirmation from the universe that your person wants a long-term relationship with you. Okay, let's get a couple of more messages. Okay, we get 1717. Please give me a second chance. So I was saying that there may have been some conflict in the past that maybe helped push that healing forward, that pushed that death, rebirth movement for, you know, for this relationship. In order to move forward, there had to be that small death. Okay, and this fell out. I replay our conversations over and over, and I do feel like this person takes everything you say to heart. So my only advice would be, and I think you're growing into this, and this is where I think this transformation has maybe taken place. I think maybe in the past you may have said things, or your person may have said things in a very flippant manner, not thinking the other person would take it to heart. And so either you or this person is obsessing over some things that were said in the past, and they may have just been in jest. But we always have to remember too that when we say something in jest, sometimes there's a little bit of truth to it. All right, otherwise it wouldn't have been said, right? Okay, so I kind of feel like that's where you guys are now. I want to get some letters. So this one fell out. I'm going to keep it. Let's get it. Here we go. Get some more fall out. I'm going to pick a couple more. Okay, so we get the letter R. We get the letter J. We get the letter C. We get the letter Y. And this is definitely a Z. This is the letter Z. We get the letter H. And we have another R. So I'll repeat that again. So we have R, J, C, Y, Z, and H. So hopefully those will resonate. If you haven't met your person yet, think of keep those letters in mind. Okay, now I want to go ahead and do an outcome and advice. So we're going to go to our oracle cards for outcome and advice. Okay, what is our outcome? We get going forward. So again, that's progressing the relationship. And I love the green and yellows. So I feel the yellow as that solar plexus, being able to have the having the guts to move forward, having that strength, having that courage. And I also think of the sun card, happiness. And then green is representative of the heart chakra. You're feeling very connected. You're both feeling very connected to your heart and to each other to be able to move forward. So that is the outcome. And let's get some advice. So what is our advice from the universe? How to proceed forward to get to this outcome. All right. expansiveness. And I just did another reading earlier with a different deck, and expansiveness came out. And it says, eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. So basically, do not get married to a particular outcome. Stay the journey, enjoy the journey, don't control the journey. Just open yourself up to the different possibilities, because what the universe can bring you can often be even more mind-blowing and exciting than your ego could ever dream up of. So again, I don't know if you want to take a screenshot of that. It is a beautiful card, not gonna lie. So I do love that expansiveness card. So I love that for you. So I'm going to go ahead and do a final blessing card. And this is just to bless you, bless your connection, bless your other person. Something to keep in mind. And this is another one that you can screenshot to, keep with you during the week. So what is our blessing for Libra? Oh, I love this card. So I call this the egg over easy card, but it's really the sun peeking through the trees. So I do feel like this is representative of, the trees are kind of gnarled. Maybe those were obstacles in the way, but the sun is still peeking through. That happiness is still coming through. So now is the blessing. And I did talk about living in the now. So it says, life is a timeless moment in the eternal now. You perceive a yesterday, today, and tomorrow, but in reality, there is only now. Focusing on the past or future keeps you from fully I'm sorry, I can't talk. This is a beautiful blessing. Focusing on the past or future keeps you from fully living and receiving life's blessings. Bring your awareness within, and you receive a timeless blessing. So I don't know if you want to screenshot that one as well. So again, this is for Libra. I hope it resonates. If not, look at another pile, or I'm sorry, at another sign, air sign. And it was my honor to read for you. Make sure you subscribe and check out my description. So if you are interested in a private reading, please do so. Anyway, see you later, Libra. Bye. Hello. If you are here, this is for my Gemini friends, okay? Chonky reading ahead. So I'm going to pull some Oracle and Tarot. So the first thing I'll do is pull a general for the general. I'll pull a tarot. No, I won't. I will pull an Oracle for the general energy of your relationship or your whatever's going on, your crush, whatever it is, right? Then I'll do some tarot, recent, past, current, recent, or near future energy. I can't talk today. We will also do messages from their higher self. We'll pull some letters to see if this matches up for you. We'll pull outcome and advice oracle, and I will send you off with a blessing for the week. So let's get started. Like I said, it's a chunky reading. So as always, take what resonates. If it doesn't fit, don't force it to fit, and energies could be reversed. So keep that in mind. All right, so that's my dog. All right, so let's go ahead and get the general energy for Gemini and their specific person or their significant other. So Spirit, what does Gemini need to know for this week? Ooh, okay, we'll take that. Sometimes I don't take them, but I do feel like this was destined. Oh my gosh. If you want to take a screenshot of that, beautiful card. And it's just like the back of the card. So it says, miracles. Have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender the how. So I feel like there's definitely some manifestation. The other thing that strikes me, we see the tip of the unicorn looks like, the horn looks like the star card. And that's actually Aquarius. So air energy there. Just phenomenal feeling in this particular reading so far. Again, I think you've been manifesting this. You've had a lot of hope, healing, faith, in making this happen for you. The important part too is to remember is surrender the how. We have that unwavering faith that the universe is going to set the wheels in motion for this to manifest. You just ask and receive. Don't worry about the how, okay? So let's go ahead and we're going to pull some tarot. And I am going to read these because of the type of card it is. I'm going to go ahead and just read them in the upright. It's a fairly new deck. I really do like this. I believe it was Tarot using these cards, and I was like, I've got to buy some. And if you are interested in connecting with some other readers online, I'll put them in the description. But I do love Kino Tarot, Tarot, and Lumiere Mystic. So those are my top 3 favorites. So let's see what we get. So for recent past, Queen of Pentacles, current energy, Death, future, 9 of Swords, clarifying Queen of Pentacles is the Empress, clarifying Death is the Hierophant, and clarifying 9 of Swords is the 9 of Wands. Now this is really interesting because you did see me shuffle these. 4 out of these 6 cards were in the Libra reading. So you might want to take a gander at the Libra reading as well. And it had a very positive feel to it. Okay, so this is really interesting. So in your recent past, Queen of Pentacles, I have everything I need to prosper. So I feel like you probably recently either you moved, have a new job, or maybe a promotion. Something in your financial home life is a lot more stable. And I also feel like you have recently developed in the recent past, you're understanding how having that feeling of gratitude brings in more abundance into your life, brings in more stability, because if you're not grateful, then you're not going to get more of it. And here's the way I liken it. So if you don't say thank you for the chocolate cupcake, you're probably not going to get another one. So make sure you're being grateful. Okay, that is clarified by the Empress, which is very powerful energy, divine feminine, not gender specific. So she's very abundant. I do feel like you should watch the Libra reading at this point. The Empress is the queen of all the queens. She is loving like the Queen of Cups. She's creative and fiery like the Queen of Wands. She's, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So I feel like there's more of the Queen of Pentacles in that energy. Just very abundant, stable. And then the Queen of Swords, that intellect and honesty. So you're all of that and a bag of chips. Okay. Now, in your current energy, we have Death, which is about rebirth. And we've got these wonderful images of butterflies. And the thing is, Death is never a card that you should fear, because unless we are growing, we stagnate. Which, makes sense. If you're not growing, you're dead or stagnating, right? So you do want to be able to accept that rebirth as a way of moving forward. So I do feel like the relationship, if it was a little bit stagnant, it's moving forward. And what I'm hearing now is, because there's so much emphasis on the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress in the recent past, whomever, and again, not gender specific, but whomever was in their divine feminine energy may have been giving a little bit more than the divine masculine. So again, not gender specific, but whoever is that more nurturing, giving partner was probably giving a little bit more and not receiving as much. Now, in the current energy, we also have the Hierophant. Okay, now it says, I am ready to love and learn. And because it's in the present placement, I feel like right now, I feel like it's more your person, because in the recent past, whoever was divine feminine, and I'm going to say possibly you, the person hearing this, the divine masculine, I feel, is going through the change, the rebirth of death. They are catching up to you spiritually. And I think because of that, you know, with the Hierophant, they are ready to take those 3D and 5D lessons and bring them forward. That idea that the heart needed to be open in order to receive the blessings, because again, if we go back to our energy of the reading, we've got miracles coming in. So I feel like you're both in this state of now being able to receive those things. Now, the Nine of Swords is interesting in the future placement. I trust in the present moment. So I do feel like you are both getting to that place where, because you're manifesting those things that you want, you know that when you are living in the now and enjoying life for what it is, and practicing gratitude, that you can trust those things that you want and need are coming your way. Okay. You also get the Nine of Wands, which is interesting. So you've got two nines here. Okay. And it says, I am strong for as long as I need to be strong. Okay. Now, these are very different energies as they are in the traditional tarot. But I feel like, as opposed to some of the negative energy that you get from the traditional tarot, I feel like these are symbols of you being able to move on. Okay. Those lessons have been learned, and you're living in a state of flow where you can enjoy the moment for what it is. You're enjoying each other for whom you are, and you're being able to, again, manifest very easily. Okay, so I hope that resonates. I want to go ahead and I want to get some messages from your person. So let's see what your person has to say. What does Gemini's person want to say? Oh, this is a very chunky deck too. Okay. I miss you. I miss you. And you may be, I'm taking this more, I don't think you're in separation. I really don't. If you are, and you're manifesting this person coming back into your life, I think that's why the Miracles card is there. But I do think this may be a situation where it could be long distance, or I'm also hearing like you work wonky schedules, like one of you works days, one of you works nights, and it's real hard for you to find time to be together and connect. But maybe that's part of the miracle I'm kind of hearing. And that's very specific for some people. That may be your miracle, that there's that opportunity for you to both be on the same schedule or in the same place. Okay. All right. Okay. So this has an angel number. So angel number 5 will be a confirmation if you keep seeing that number, or if you have been seeing it. I am devoted to you. So this is a very loving connection. And the Hierophant is a 5 as well. Oh, I want and need you in my life. So yeah, so I do feel like there's an element of separation, but I think it's a very situational thing. I don't think it's a separation where you and your person broke up or said, I need a break. I really don't feel it as that, because I feel that you have a lot of time away from each other to live your own lives and do your own things with your friends, and to just, you're kind of like ships passing in the dark sometimes, and that's why they miss you. And I think that's why maybe that change is being manifested, because, you know, they want to be able to enjoy the relationship now, not in the future. Okay, now I do want to get an outcome card and advice for this connection. So Spirit, let us see what a possible outcome for Gemini is in this connection. Flow. Yeah. So, outcome. Continue living in that state of flow in order for your miracles to pass or come to pass, right? So, yeah, you can make this relationship work if you both understand that any obstacles are temporary. And I love this again with that Nine of Wands. I'm as strong as I need to be strong. I'm as strong for as long as I need to be strong. So I think you're both there you're both in it for the long haul, and you're going to work through whatever challenges you need to work through to make this work. Okay, and let's get some advice from the universe. Okay, humility. So I do love this card. Okay. So it says, allow me, divine, to always accept the right assistance. I welcome your help in every way and delight in receiving it. And this reminds me of, and we get, there's a dragonfly and there is an owl. Okay, so again, that wisdom. So I'm reminded of something a spiritual person told me, a very respected spiritual friend. And I asked him once, I said, what is the meaning of being able to let go? What is the meaning of flow? And this person told me is being humble, reducing yourself to that, being that leaf just floating along the river, having that knowing that if you get stuck, the universe or your higher power is going to give you that gentle push to move you along and to get you through that obstacle and to continue flowing. So I do feel like, the divine is asking you, be humble, don't control things. I got your back. The universe always, if you have that belief, so many things are going to flow easier, and you're not going to feel as stressed because you know that you're being taken care of. And I do feel like that this relationship is divinely guided and divinely protected. So I'm going to get a blessing. So this is a blessing for you and your person to think about, this week. Oops, I don't want to. All right. What is the blessing for Gemini and their person this week? See what we got. Oh, I love this image. All right. It's a blessing from the Divine Mother. A previously closed door now opens. This is a blessed and fortunate time for you, but be humble, mindful, and grounded. Feel your connection to the earth. Feel her energy and love in your heart, and know that you are eternally blessed by the Divine Mother. I absolutely love that because it really ties up this reading with a nice little bow, because we started with miracles, that belief that you are taken care of, that your prayers have been answered, and then we're lead to the outcome, the advice, continue praying, continue being connected to your higher source, and then of course then we have this wonderful blessing. If you want to screenshot that. So Gemini, this is a beautiful reading. So I hope you have an amazing week. And again, whatever resonates with you, please take that. And if it doesn't, let it go. As a reminder, if you would like to book a private reading, I have my email address listed in the description, lightworkertarot1111@gmail.com. So have an amazing week. Love you guys. Bye. Okay, this is an addendum to the Gemini reading. I forgot to do your letters. So, okay. V. Oh my God, that's why I have the list there so I don't forget. We also get the letter O. We also get the letter D. And we get the letter J. I'm being called to pull a couple more. Ooh, these fell out. Okay, so we get the letter P. get another V, we get G, we get E, and we get C. So C, E, G, V, P, J, D, O, V. So I hope this resonates for you. Sorry, I forgot to put that in your reading. Bye. Hi there, my beautiful fellow Aquarians. If you're here, this is your reading. Now, this is going to be chunky. There's a lot of oracle and tarot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the general energy of the relationship, whatever's going on between you and your significant other. I'll pull some tarot for recent, past, present, near future. We will get messages from your person, and I will try to remember to pull letters. I forgot to pull letters for Gemini. I had to add those at the end. Then we will do the outcome of the situation and advice, and a blessing for you and your person at the very end. So let's go ahead and get started. This is like I said, chunky, big. Whoa, I'm not going to take all those. And what's interesting is we'll see what tarot comes up, because when I did Gemini after Libra, they got 4 out of 6 of the same card. So I'm going to see if, what we get for Aquarius, to see if maybe air signs are just in the same energy right now. So we'll see what happens. All right, so Spirit, what does Aqua, my fellow Aquas, need to know about their relationship, their significant other? What is the energy of this connection right now? Passion. Oh my gosh, I love this. First thing I'm thinking, you might be involved with a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. So beautiful. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you want to screenshot that. Dang. Do what excites you. Get fired up about your life. Increase your energy levels. Wow. Okay. Now, as an aside, I am actually a fire horse, so this resonates so much with me. I was born in the year of the horse and under the element fire. So as an aside, so fire horses were shunned in China because they were thought as being too independent and too fiery to be good wives. So you should look up the history of the fire horse woman. And I kind of feel like I can totally relate to this. So let's see what else comes up. I wonder if this will be like a reading for me too. Crazy. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to shuffle these a few times. And if the same cards come out, it's because Spirit said, hey, you guys are all on the same wavelength right now. And on this particular deck, I did buy these because I saw one of my favorite readers, SO Tarot, reading these. So after she used them, I was like, oh, I have got to buy these. So I got them like 2 days later. I ordered them online, and then I'm going to try to remember to put their links in here. So I follow SO Tarot, Kino Tarot, and Lumiere Mystic, and there's a few others, but those are my top 3. So if you haven't heard of them, check them out. They are amazing. I love their style. They're just amazing. And between the 3 of them, I get a really good variety of readings when I need something. And and here's the other thing, I tend to resonate with certain readers at certain times. So always have like 3 or 4 go-to readers. So if something doesn't resonate, you can always check out a different reader. I hope I am one of yours. I can't talk. I hope I am one of your readers. Yes. All right, so let's see what we get. I'm like anxious to see if we get the same cards, because you've seen me shuffling this whole time. Okay. 2 of Cups in the recent past. Page of Wands in the present. 3 of Cups in the near future. Okay, to clarify 2 of Cups, we get the Fool. To clarify the Page of Wands, we get the Ace of Swords. And to clarify the 3 of Cups, we get Temperance. It's a very different reading. Wow. Okay. So let's see what we get. So in your recent past, Two of Cups says, I am worthy of the deepest kind of love. And we get the Fool. I am guided and protected on my life journey. All right. So I do feel like this is an established relationship, and I'll go into it why when we look at our future energy. I feel like either you or your person was working on worthiness, doing some healing, doing some work on worthiness. And okay, my mind is kind of blown because there's a daisy on this card. And one of my other favorite readers, Baba Jolie, I'll put her on there too. I just had an Aquarius reading, and she said that the daisy would be a symbol for me. Okay, so I'm kind of freaked. Anyway, so, okay, Spirit, help me get back on track, because that kind of blew my mind. All right, so I feel like there was a renewal, almost like a renewal of vows or a renewal of commitment in this connection just recently, right? Because I do feel like the Two of Cups, I keep thinking of like the, when you do the toast at the wedding reception. So I feel like, again, there's just, and then that Fool energy of like, okay, let's, we've been stuck. Let's start the next part of our journey. Okay, I want to be with you, and I want to experience life with you. So in the current energy with the Page of Wands, I am always open to good news. And then we get the Ace of Swords. I am ready for a breakthrough to success. So I do feel like there may have been, I do feel like this has been a relationship that's, you guys have been together at least a couple of years, at least. Okay. And I do feel like you have both been going through different things, family, work, home life, career. I mean, just, and then the environment. Our society has just been kind of nutso over the last few years. So, but I do feel like you're both in this stage where you feel like you've made it through some of the worst of times, and recently you guys were like, okay, let's recommit to each other. And you've been able to establish a newer, more comfortable level of honesty. And the reason I say that is I keep thinking of how in the beginning of a relationship, you're always showing your best side. You're always, I don't know why, Spirit, you're kind of silly. No, how like, not that it's okay to fart in front of your partner, but like now you're in that part of the relationship, if you accidentally do, it's not such a big deal as it was at the beginning. You know what I mean? So you've definitely become comfortable with each other. So you're in that truth of who you really are. They know what you look like in the morning, and they don't care. You may have gained a few pounds, and they love your curves, and he may be getting gray hair or losing a little bit more of it, and you still think he's adorable, whatever your case is, right? But that understanding and that truth of who you are to each other is there. You understand it, and you love it, and you appreciate it. Okay. So now you're in that phase where you're going through life together, and, again, you're ready to live life with passion. So whatever comes your way, you're open to that. Like, the Page of Wands says, I'm always open to good news. So you guys are I feel like you're heading towards an adventurous part of your life. Now, in the near future, we have the Three of Cups, right? And it says, I embrace joyful opportunities. And then to clarify that, we have Temperance. I find clarity through calm. So you guys have made it through the worst of times. You've recommitted to each other. You're more open and honest than you've ever been, and probably more open and honest than you've been with other people. Now, and the reason I say that resonates, Three of Cups, you guys aren't just lovers, you are the best of friends. If something happens in your day, you don't call your girlfriend or buddy anymore. You call your partner, because they get you, they understand your quirks, they understand your triggers, they know you inside and out. And then again, we get Temperance. Now, this is a really important card, and I feel like this isn't emphasized enough. And you can't really see it here so much, but in traditional Rider-Waite, the cups are not directly over each other. They're like this. The water is being poured out, but it's going diagonally. And that's because it's blessed, it's spiritual, right? So I do feel like with this Temperance card, this friendship, this person in your life is meant to be in your life. They bring you stability, they bring you a sense of peace that you have not had in such a long time. And if you're not there, that is where this relationship is going. They're, again, like I was saying, they're your go-to now. Through good, bad, I keep thinking good and bad and happy and sad. Anyway, yeah, let's stay together. I try not to sing, but it came out. So that may be your song, let's stay together. So yeah, and I feel like maybe there was a time in the past where you thought about maybe ending the relationship, or maybe your person did, or you both thought about, you know, are we really wanting the same things? Okay, so I do feel like this is a beautiful outcome for you guys. And the meanwhile, you know, this passion for each other and life has been rekindled. You want to do it together. You want to experience the happy highs and the monotony together, because you bring each other so much calm and so much stability. All right. And I just noticed too, I mean, look at the sun. This kind of reminds me of the sun card. Just beautiful energy there. All right, so we're gonna do messages, and I'm gonna put my letters right here so I don't forget them. Okay, so these are messages that your person may have already said to you or would like to say to you. If they're unable to say these things to you, they may be feeling a little blocked, or you can know that this is something from their highest self. Oh, okay, this fell out. So I look for you everywhere. They still have eyes for you. Like, I hope I see her. I hope I see him. Okay. Okay, so this is interesting. So this is 500. This is an angel number, and it says, I'm not sure how you fit into my future. I do believe that's why you're moving towards this Temperance. Because right now you're in that Ace of Swords trying to determine the truth. So they're coming to this understanding as well. Okay? People don't move together at the same rate. Okay? So let's see what else we get. I want to tell you how I feel. So yeah, so I'm feeling like with the Ace of Swords, this person may have been a little closed off. I'm hearing maybe detached from their feelings, but definitely feeling blocked at really being able to express how they feel. Because of the Ace of Swords too, I feel like it was almost like an intellectual, logical type of energy that's held them back from being able to do that. Like they're too much in their head thinking about, well, what is my person gonna think if I tell them what I'm really thinking? And that's why I feel like it's beautiful that the Ace of Swords is here. You're growing into that state of being able to share and tell each other anything without that fear of, you know, them, I don't want to say condemning, but, you know, questioning your truth. Like, are you crazy? What's going on? So we're going to get some letters and see if these resonate with your people or your person. Where did I see people? All right, so we get the letter M. We get the letter T. We get the letter Y. We get the letter R. We get the letter B, the letter G, and we get another R. So our letters are MTYRRB and G. I was thinking if there was an E, we could write Mary, wee, or Terry, or Barry, or Gary. So Maddie with an A. So anyway, so those are your letters. Now we're going to go ahead. We're going to do a we're going to do an oracle card for the possible outcome, and then a message from the universe. And these messages from the universe, and I love this deck for this, is advice. How to get to that outcome. What kind of spiritual focus do we need to have to get to that? Okay, so let's see what our outcome is with the Three of Cups and Temperance in that recent future or near future. These readings are long sometimes. Okay, I don't want to get these two because they fell. Okay, all right, we get embracing. Oh, and then there's that passion. Embracing your passion, embracing each other, really looking at taking in. You could almost put these together, really. And they're looking at each other when I do that too. Interesting. Really, I feel like maybe when you look at each other, you're like, oh my gosh, is this really my person? Oh my gosh, I gotta pinch myself. So embrace those moments of passion, of tenderness, of awe, of, you know, stability and fun and mirth. Whatever is coming up at the time, embrace that. You know, it's yours and it's meant to be. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some advice from the universe, and then we'll do your blessing. Okay, what is advice for Aquarius? Inner child. Okay, so I feel like this is also embracing your inner child. Allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings. Okay. How do I clarify this? Okay. So I'm hearing when you are tempted to judge your person or judge yourself, remember yourself or your person as that inner child is still there. Okay, so before, you know, because passion can be fiery, can be anger too, but what I'm hearing is remember that tenderness when you deal with your person, because, you know, we are, you know, time is timeless, if that makes sense. We are in the past, we are in the now, we are in the future. That linear thing is something that humans created, but spiritually we are all just in the now, yesterday, today, and always, right? And so that inner child still exists in you and in me, and we want to be able to honor that inner child. So whenever you're dealing with your person, you know, that feeling of embracing, you know, you're also embracing that inner child and those trials and tribulations that they've had to go through to get from point A to point B. Okay? And I felt like a little bit of tickle in my throat chakra, and of course we've got blue. So I do feel like, you know, choose your words carefully, because I do feel like this is a connection where you both take a lot of things to heart. And I did mention something about, or was it this reading or another one, like maybe being flippant and not being careful with how things are said, even like if you didn't mean it. I think it was Libra's reading that I said that. So you may want to go back to that one. Okay, choose your words carefully. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get a blessing for Aquarius and their person. So what would we like to send you off with? Okay, beautiful card. So I don't know if you want to take a screenshot of this. Reminds me of summer. Okay, and it says a blessing woven in truth, which totally resonates with the Ace of Swords. Having the courage to speak your truth. I'm sorry, let me start over. Have the courage to speak your truth, and a heavy burden will be lifted. It is best that everyone involved know where they stand. The truth will set both you and others free. This is a blessing for all concerned, but most of all for you, dear one. So I do absolutely love this. And again, if you want to screenshot that. Yeah. So it was absolutely my pleasure to do a reading for you, my beloved Aquarius. Again, having that courage to speak your truth will set you free. And I think that's the lesson that you're in right now. So I hope you have an amazing week. Be blessed. Be happy. Love you guys. Bye.